It is the second, right? I will. So this one was 3 months ago. So therefore, this must be the second.
Good evening. Welcome back to Factorio. Last video we installed the space exploration mod, built a big old factory, laid waste to our enemies, constructed a rocket, and launched ourselves into the great beyond. In this video we expand even further. More death, more destruction, and more development of unprecedented risk management strategy through scalable microactions. In this video we won't just be going to space, but other whole planets. The entire solar system will not be spared from our reach.
Uh-oh.
So, let us continue.
Okay, there you go. We got it. We got the right part, gentlemen. It is. Yeah, we had to wait 3 years to finish. That's crazy, bro.
But before we can continue, I must fulfill my obligations.
Sponsor? Ed?
Opera GX. That's right, boyos. This video is sponsored by Opera GX.
Oh, we are watching this on Opera GX. Let's
The
go.
speediest gamer web browser you have ever seen in your entire life. Are you tired of these stinky web browsers vacuuming up all your RAM? Can't watch my videos in crystal clear 1440p because you're a Wikipedia goblin and forgot to close those 8,000 tabs about the most random.
I have so many tabs open in Firefox. You have no idea. I need actual help. The other day I made the mistake of opening a YouTube music and I was listening to it and then I clicked away and I couldn't find it out of the 6 windows and 10 trillion tabs was the music and the worst thing is I spent 20 minutes trying to find it and it turned out that it was coming out of Spotify. I felt like I wanted to die. Oh my god, it was awful.
Random shit imaginable, like the surname.
It was awful.
Well, worry not, fuckos. Opera GX is here to save. Download it now with my link in the description and use GX Control. Stop sucking up my RAM. Done. Stop sucking up my CPU. Done. Stop sucking. No. Even limit the network bandwidth used, so when you download your 8 terabytes of smut, it doesn't interfere with your intense
He didn't say fully no to that.
gamer session. Gentlemen, you can customize this browser to your heart's content. Dark mode, light mode, force dark mode on every page so that this doesn't happen to you. And best of all, my very own wallpaper. Simply phenomenal. Fellas, we need to do something very important. Download Opera GX, click this button in the top right, use custom wallpaper, get more wallpapers, download my wallpaper, and rate it 5 stars. Has Opera GX told me to do this? No, this is purely for my own vanity. We are currently at 23 ratings, but we need to have more. Jay Schlatt has 194, Russian Badger has 272, and PewDiePie
These are gamer subs, people.
has 748. And we can do better. What are you waiting for, fuckos? Each passing day, my ego must grow larger. Finally, if you download using my link, you get a small section from my past few uploads, so you will never miss a video ever again. And let's continue. Now, you may be asking, Mr. Mark, why has it been over a year since the last Factorio video? Well, I've been lazy, but
Is this a reference for Internet Historian because he's also very bad at keeping an upload schedule?
I do have some excuses. For one, Ben and I in our infinite wisdom decided that this perfectly good, albeit a bit laggy factory wasn't good enough, and we just had to restart. So we switched up the mods a bunch and spent another 100 hours building a giant factory. Huge production facilities, a totally necessary and not pain in the ass 8-lane train network, and a room full of the most precious resource.
Come.
At around 100 hours, we managed to get the first cargo rocket up and got ourselves into space. And then we were like, you know what? This world kinda stinks. I don't like the mods. Everything is too goddamn large. And generally, it has an unpleasant vibe. So, once again in our infinite wisdom, we abandoned that world and started over again.
What?
So, of course,
They're
day one.
crazy.
The crash landing, big space laser death rays, and setting up the starter base, basic mining, basic smelting, red and green science, a blue 2021 Dodge Challenger, and most importantly, our text plates. Penis, and the zone.
Boys. Most important. Penis.
2 hours in, things were going well. And then, we built an entire factory. Now, I'm just going to say that this was an intelligent storytelling choice, and definitely not me forgetting to record anything for over 40 hours. During those 40 hours, we built a whole factory. We constructed a runway for our brand new aircraft and covered it in poop. Tristan wrote a beautiful haiku.
Pleasant afternoon. A little spiky poop drops after the hot dog. Um. mm, Okay. Must be true. Must be true. Must be true.
Okay. He developed a powerful addiction to cement, built some concrete production, and then was never heard from. Ever again. These 40 hours of Factorioing were done before I went to America to make this video, so I wasn't under any particular time pressure. But if I wanted to get this video out in time, things would have to get efficienter, which is a problem for me because if I play Factorio for too long, my brain goes woo, 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 woo. And I walk around in circles for hours at a time, doing nothing. And so, not wanting to dilly-dally any further, Ben and I set our sights on launching to space. Day 2. Time to launch to space. Ben and I loaded up the cargo rocket with a bunch of supplies and did our maiden launch.
I can't believe that it's actually not the continuation of the previous game because they restarted it from scratch and we didn't see the restart because he didn't make a video about it. So this is like kind of like a reimagining, or like they recasted all the actors and whatnot.
Launch for the third time.
Magic.
And space, baby. Up there to greet us was this asteroid covered in junk and a bunch more useful stuff that we wouldn't be able to get for quite a while. So after cleaning off the asteroid, we got to work on today's goal. Space science. Like all the other sciences, but space. While I was hard at work expanding our scientific capabilities, Ben busied himself with the construction of infrastructure.
I don't know, I have a better idea, Mark.
Building stuff in space presents a whole new type of logistical challenge. Where do I get materials? Well, there are a few options. Sending them up in cargo rockets, or using these. Delivery cannons. Delivery cannons do exactly what you'd expect.
That sounds so American. How do I get my shit? You will just shoot it with a gun. Oh, cannon, my apologies. With a cannon up to space.
They shoot stuff into space. For them to work properly, we need a special chest for the goods to land in, and a way of telling them to turn on and off, so this doesn't happen. Deciding on which transport mode to use presents quite the conundrum. Which items do we send via rocket? Is it worth sending the basic plates with delivery cannons, or is that impractical? Making things even more difficult was the fact that some items we got in space couldn't really be used up here, and had to be dealt with somehow. Ben, however, while trying to reconstruct the fish tunnel from our second base, gentlemen,
What the fuck?
the fish tunnel, found the perfect solution to that particular problem.
I don't know,
fish in
scrap it
space?
here.
Just fucking flinging it into space. So, after wiring everything together, building delivery cannon chests, making a transmitter and receiver, and setting up our little space science production, before we knew it, space science was done. Bada bing, bada boom!
Hey, look at that.
This process takes a fair bit of energy, so using our combined 3.5 brain cells, we did this.
It's really fucking impossible to walk.
We are intelligent Factorio engineers. Takes a fair bit of energy.
Impossible to walk.
Where is the
Combined
picture?
3.5 brain
Look at them. All the brain cell. Can you count the brain cell on the picture? Because I can count the brain cells on the picture. 10 out of 10. They are touching grass. That's respectable.
cells, we did this.
Really fucking impossible to walk.
We are intelligent Factorio engineers. Back down on Norvis, we had a few issues. For one, a coronal mass ejection. Our umbrella defense took all the power from the factory, causing a giant blackout, but none of our base was damaged, and one of the CME beams even barbecued some biters. So thumbs up from me. Secondly, our flimsy walls were being eaten yet again.
I'm gonna take him
Wait,
on.
they stopped cheating with the water. They cannot cheat anymore. This must be after they patched it. Oh my god, is that a tree or a creature?
No, Ben,
I'm
no!
gonna fucking die. Ben.
For us to work efficiently in space, and eventually on other planets, our defenses would have to be self-sufficient. What we needed to do was build a wall. Day 3. Oh no. Time to build a wall. If you cast your mind back to the previous video, we got away with minimal wall building because you could just build an impervious moat with everyone's favorite item, water fill. Of course, our peaceful moat building eventually turned into this. Well, the mod author, clearly having seen the utter shenanigans one can achieve with a bit of water fill, tragically put a stop to it.
No.
Truly, a sad day for Bean Boys Incorporated. For this world, we decided not to use water fill since it's really not that fun, so
Can you imagine if it would be actually his fault? Like maybe the person who created it saw the video and he was like, I don't think so, and he just like ruined it for everyone.
instead, we had to build an actual wall with actual defenses. So we
It
built
was?
an actual
It definitely is. Oh man, can you imagine how angry people would be?
wall with actual defenses. Here's the blueprint. some flamethrower turrets for the big damage, laser turrets to finish them off, and 2 layers of self-healing mending walls to keep out those spiders. To top it all off, we
Mart, you can't say that!
have straight sections, gay sections, and train stops for our repair train to
Gay
come and visit
sections?
when things need repairing. Now, what's the point of spending all this time designing and building a shiny new wall if it doesn't expand our territory? So, I hopped in the attack helicopter and expanded our territory. This is where our most powerful mod came into effect. And no, I'm not talking about the helicopter. I'm talking about the replacement of explosion sounds with vine booms. Once it was all said and done, thousands of biters had been laid off, evicted, and burnt to death, and our territory had been greatly expanded. Now, of course, let's build that wall. During construction, I had what some might refer to as a silly clown moment. To help speed things up, I'd been making good use of the jetpack, but the jetpack takes fuel, and I ran out.
Oh.
Rough. Walking all the way back was gonna take me ages, so instead of using my shit-ass legs, I handcrafted a Dodge Challenger in about half a second, and drove it back to base. Automating space science allowed us to research a lot of new things. New machines,
Growth facility grows biological specimens under a range of controlled conditions.
grows biological specimens, me. But most importantly, everyone's favorite weapon system. Artillery.
Aww. The boys! Why are they not gay anymore? What happened to the boys? They are not fabulous. Where is the color?
Huh.
What
Well,
the fuck?
I guess the wall works pretty well. Now that the base perimeter had been secured,
gay
it was
boys.
time to expand the factory to other worlds. Day
Eloise.
4. Seagull, the site of our next grand expansion. Seagull is a small moon rich in Cryonite, the first resource that we can't just get on Norvus. And Cryonite, we would be needing. So to get started, I fired up the creative world and spent a few hours creating. Cryonite presents a bunch of new challenges. First of all, it's not practical to put the processing plant on Norvus because Cryonite ore only stacks at 20, which kind of
Is he cheating? Wait, he went to the creative world? Is it to save the blueprints?
makes moving it around a bit of a
Ay,
gigantic
ay,
pain in
ay.
the ass. But Cryonite rods stack to 200, and each Cryonite
That's
rod
cheating.
takes 10 Cryonite ore, so that's 100 times better. Well, to make the rods, we need heavy oil, and the only way for us to get that is with oil processing, so we need to make some oil processing, but then we also need a way to deal with the light oil and petroleum byproducts, so we turn this into solid fuel, and then since another step in the process uses steam, we use the solid fuel in a boiler to make our steam, but it doesn't need that much steam, so we boil off the steam in turbines, but the turbines only turn on when the solar panels don't produce enough energy, so we need a way of turning off the solar panels when we need to burn off the steam, and then that step that takes steam also produces water, so we need a way of making sure the water tank isn't full, and not to mention the fucking mountains of sand produced. Why is there so much sand? So yeah, it's already pretty.
So he basically turned into SQC. Ah, yeah, you know, it makes sense. Makes sense. Yes, yes, I'm keeping up. Yeah, it's cool. Listen, you need to recreate it tomorrow. Ah!
complicated, and this is the simplest new resource. With all that being said,
Uh-oh.
here's the blueprint. So, time for our next big venture.
Will this be on the test tomorrow? I'm not sure if I can make it. Oh, no.
Before leaving, I had written out a comprehensive
See, do you remember when I said that this is when the boys whip out like the pen and paper and start taking fucking notes? Did I tell you or did I not tell you?
exhaustive list of everything we would
Look
need.
at that.
Except, of course, cliff explosives, substations, construction box, and logistics bots.
Match.
I forgot. I built a big solar field to power the base, sent it on the rocket with all the stuff I forgot, and then sat back and let our good old botters do all the hard work. After an hour, the facility was done, and we had made our first Cryonite rods. Yes! To take them back to Norvus, I built another rocket, another landing pad, and flew myself back home. And there we go, boys.
Wait, what happened to Tristan and Ben?
Cryonite was now available.
Where
The
did
first
they
thing we
go?
needed it for was making utility science. So I hooked it up to a delivery cannon, went back into space, stuck down a bunch more machines, and before I knew it, utility science was done. Yes! Finally, we could research logistics system,
Died
and the
of old
factory could
age.
grow even larger.
Uh-oh.
Day 5. Time for the factory to grow even larger. Using our new logistics chests, we began reconstruction of our space base to use a bus design. And tragically, in the process of building our new bus, this happened.
Oh.
What?
Oh no.
Funnily enough, this train had not been touched for over 20 hours and was still spinning. I finished up the start of our bus and rebuilt the science production to make a respectable 60 science per minute. Utility science was done. Now it was time for production science. Production science uses Vulcanite, and so it was time for more creative world. Vulcanite, like Cryonite, has its own set of unique challenges. First off, Vulcanite stacks to 20.
He's cheating again. I want to point out he's in the creative world again. He's cheating again.
So once again, we want to make it into Vulcanite blocks. Vulcanite ore goes into pulverizers, gets pulverized into crushed Vulcanite, enriched Vulcanite, and even more fucking sand. The crushed and enriched Vulcanite and then used in centrifuges with some added sulfur which produces
They look like candies. I would eat all of them. Nom, 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 nom.
even more enriched Vulcanite through a feedback loop. The enriched and crushed is then sent to industrial furnaces where it's combined with water
Wait, did it say Mexico? Mexico.
and petroleum, which makes our final product Vulcanite blocks as some steam, and the steam is put through a condenser turbine which converts most of it back to water.
Oh, Pepsi Man. Close enough.
Now this process is fairly complicated, but what makes it particularly difficult is the fact that planets with lots of Vulcanite also tend to be waterless.
Ah.
No water means we can't easily make the sulfur or petroleum, so those need to be shipped in. Or do they? Since we now have access to Cryonite, we can also freeze the water and ship it around that way. Water ice can stack to 200, and each ice holds 100 water, so every stack is 20,000. This is quite a good solution, because ice is almost free, and we don't have to ship any barrels, which is good, because barrels suck. While I was sorting all this out of my head, Ben joined the creative world and decided to build some plutonium reactors.
Uh-huh.
Of course, seeing as we were in a creative world and had access to whatever we wanted, things very rapidly went off the rails.
Uh-oh.
Plutonium atomic bomb. Alright, Martin, where the f are you?
No.
Don't shoot this, please. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You can actually toss an atomic bomb in Factorio? Oh my god.
It's gonna shoot fast, okay? Let me do it.
Oh, there you
my
go.
god.
See, now I understand why it took you guys like 3 years to get these videos. You see this bullshit? I understand everything. It's just the homies throwing atomic bombs onto each other.
Jesus Christ. My screen's just white.
What are you...
Look.
What's with all the worms, Ben?
Alright, Martin, in game blueprints, if you ever need a block of 23,000 worms, it's just fucking there.
Oh my god, that's a lot of worms.
A lot of fucking worms. That's what that is.
Back in the game, we got a few things ready for our Vulcanite expansion and had a look around at the star map when we noticed an interesting structure in the asteroid belt.
Yo mama.
Day 6. Agni, our chosen destination for Vulcanite processing. But first, more creative world to try and wrap my head around cargo rockets. Okay, it's been a few hours. Mart, did you wrap your head around cargo rockets?
No.
This large amount of Factorio I had been doing was definitely getting to me. My initial plan of being efficient called for a schedule, short breaks every hour or two, frequent meals, but all of that went out.
Ew. He was supposed to be Australian. Why is he eating like the British? Baked beans and deliciously rich tomato sauce. How do you even eat that? It's just by itself? On bread? Something else?
Meals, but all of that went out the window once I started actually playing. Yeah, sure, I could eat right now, but I'm almost done with my new smelter setup, and I think I know which is more important.
To be fair, food is for the weak, and you need 13-hour sessions to play.
This game really is crack. Anyway,
Oh,
I still had a
God.
job to do, and today it was to go to Agni and get some goddamn Vulcanite. I loaded up a rocket, this time remembering to bring the stuff I
Beans and
forgot last time, and flew over to our next big venture.
Why? Why menacing? Why
I built
menacing?
another big ass solar panel, stuck
Matt, what's happened to the microphone?
down 10,000 more accumulators because the day-night cycle
Where
is
are
quite
you?
long, and once again, sat back and let the botters do all the hard work.
He's underwater.
And after a few hours of bringing more stuff from Novus, the blueprint was built, and Vulcanite was
Where?
finally being processed.
Oh, you're right. It must be the censored music. That's why he sounds like he's under my ass. Ah.
So I took it back home, made a setup to make iron ingots, loaded it all on delivery cannons, built even more space machines, and what do you know? Production science was automated.
Oh.
Oh my god.
He's back.
It only took 82 hours. Production science.
Like real life? 82? No. Did it? No.
Let us unlock a bunch of cool stuff.
No.
Better inserter configurations, beacons, bigger bot cargo capacity, Covrix enrichment, and best of all, incendiary artillery shells.
Incendio.
These are like normal artillery shells, but spicier. And with that, I quit Factorio and went out with my friends to a nightclub.
Normies!
For efficiency. Day 7.
Normies.
After a rather solid night out, leaving the club when the lights came on at 4 AM and getting home at 5.
See, this is what the bros are doing. When was the last time you hang out with your bros, huh?
I went to bed, got nowhere near enough sleep, and hopped back on Factorio. However, as you can probably imagine, the powerful hangover I was battling with left me playing Factorio like a complete brick. So, I wasn't going to do anything complicated. Just some simple upgrades. Productivity Module 3s, some Covrix processing, concrete production to fuel my incredible cement addiction, some upgrades for the science setups, and finally, designing and building a nuclear...
Bro, just look at it. It's how can you expect a feeble-minded blonde woman like me to ever play this game? How? I would spend my time putting pretty flowers next to the belts. You can do it? No.
Nuclear reactor that takes no inspiration whatsoever from this one by Zisto. Nope, none. They just happen to be quite similar for no particular reason. I completed the day with some copper smelting expansion. Hey girl, are you a construction worker? Because you are building.
What?
It simply just makes sense. It just makes sense though.
And right before I went to bed, I found this wonderful hidden text plate.
Anus.
Anus. Day 8.
Anus.
Our resources are running low. And that space we claimed on day 3, well, I think it could be larger. Right now, we need more copper. And while there's a little bit within our walls, there is much, much more just a little outside of them. I think you see where this is going. It was time to expand our territory once again. I laid out a plan for a new wall, trying to use as much water as possible. But what's the point spending all this effort clearing out new territory if our wall is outdated and shit? So I hopped back into the creative world and built Wall version 2. For our new wall, I would be using some of our new upgrades. Each wall segment would have an artillery turret loaded with incendiary shells, but the main difference is in the train stops. The old system was dumb, but the new system is less dumb. This totally, fully necessary big blob of combinators reads the contents of these chests and...
I am not even sure what I'm looking at anymore. I see that I see, but what is this? What is that? Holy shit.
These chests and calls the train when supplies run low. The main advantage of the new system is that once the station is built, the train will automatically come by, unload the materials and construction bots, and the bots will build the rest of it for me.
Pure, unadulterated male autism. That's what it is.
Flamethrowers also now use napalm since... why not? Anyway, for us to actually build these walls, we would need to clear out a...
Are there even flowers in Factorio? I don't think so. Listen, all you had to do is get one of the developers to hire a woman who is going to change everything, and you will have like a bunch of options you never asked for, and we will have flowers. Easy.
Lot of biters. So I hopped back in the attack helicopter and got to work on our next grand expansion.
What? You mean like you don't think that you need to have the pronouns of each and every one of those gay boys? A little worms? I think it's very important that I know them. I must know each and every one of them. And then we will summon like 20,000 and it will be just all above them.
The first wall segment had been placed, and thousands of biters had been sacrificed for it to happen. I quickly stuck down some copper outposts, and the factory's blood could flow yet again. Day 9. I wasn't done. Gentlemen, it was time to build the rest of the wall. To build it, I'd have to clear out thousands and thousands of biters. So, wanting to do things efficiently, I ran some tests. The attack helicopter was great, but it needed lots of rockets and it had health, so it could die. Oh, no. And while it was very fast, it could be faster. Introducing the Flying Fortress. one of the vehicles of all time. More health and faster speed. Surely this would be better than the helicopter.
Is that a mod or is that part of Factorio? They are like a little bit sussy.
Nope.
a
The Flying
mod?
Fortress is an airplane. And airplanes have this little quirk where if you go below a certain speed, they go, I don't want to fly anymore. And they land. So, inevitably, while delivering high explosive rockets from the safety of my plane, I flew too slow, the plane landed itself, and I got mauled to death by an angry mob.
No.
Next up was our new incendiary artillery,
Shit's
which
on
proved
fire,
to be
yo.
much more effective. Using manual targeting, I could clear entire giant nests in a few seconds. Even better, I could use the helicopter to get to an island, stick down the turrets, and rain death behind an impervious barrier of water. This was great, but
I like that. I like this part more than the building part. Just destruction and fire from above.
it could be even better. Introducing artillery shells
Yes.
that are atomic bombs.
No! Oh my god.
Our arsenal was perfected, the blueprints were ready, and Operation Poop Shit was a go.
Oh my god. I just blinded myself. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So many.
Oh, Ben, I found the resonant frequency of my room. Would you like to hear the resonant frequency of my room?
Yes.
And would you look at that? The bike
I don't know what I was expecting, but I thought it was going to be a bad joke. What?
Spiders are
The
all dead,
bike?
and the wall is all built. Holy shit, I think that's it. In total, it took
See, this is why I think that men and women will never ever actually be able to fully understand each other, because what the fuck did I just witness? It was the most wonderful thing in this entire video, and I'm still confused, but I'm kind of like amused and impressed by it. Like, what just happened?
me about 13 hours of pure
It's
killing,
glorious.
paving, and building to get here. But it was definitely worth it, because safety and security had finally, for real this time, been achieved. Day 10. With our borders more secure than ever, it was time to continue on our galactic conquest. Ben and I, again seeing that spaceship in the asteroid belt, decided to hop in a rocket and go get it.
Alright, here it is, Ben.
I like the music. So chill.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
3,
probably-
2, 1, launch. Oh. And engage. Oh shit.
That.
Oh my god, is that a flying base?
Oh, there we are. We're in Novice. I'm gonna go down here. Bam.
I'm fucking
That was
stuck
sick.
in the
Oh.
solar panel.
That's actually so cool. It's called the cum wagon.
Aw, what?
Yeah.
Of course it's called a cum wagon. Of course. Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah.
Riding on the high of our successful bootstrap spaceship
Yeah.
experience, we scoured the star map for anything else
That's fair.
interesting. And we found something interesting. An alien pyramid structure poking out of the ground
Ugh.
on the surface of Agni. So, Ben and I headed over to Agni to take a look.
There it is.
Ooh, what's in it? What is it? Can you go inside?
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, uh-oh. The gay boys!
Well, shit.
The gay boys are back, and they want to touch you. Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
Thanks once again to Opera GX for sponsoring this video. Download them from the
Paga.
link in the description and the pinned comment.